might sound crazy. Like, so they say he's at like 160. That means he's on an interstate. Like, bruh, if the interstate is wide open, I'm doing 100.
Hey, you in Cleveland. It's probably, it ain't cold right now, but it was empty, I guess. Because if it wasn't empty, you can't even go that fast.
That's what I'm saying. That's, yes.
Like, I get it. Be safe, because you need to protect yourself.
From Arrowhead
and you also need to be cautious of others when you're on that road. I get it. I don't want y'all to think that, I'm just out here driving like a bat out of hell. No. But get a speeding ticket. It's not, oh my God, these are terrible decisions.
It's the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New England Patriots.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing.
Hey, he's a young kid. They got a fast car. When you get a fast car, sometimes you won't punch it. You just want to see what it feels like. That's what you do. You're not going to do it all the time.
Yeah, if he's going 100, weaving through, like, busy traffic, that's all we're doing.
We on a straightaway, and I'm just, I don't see the problem with it.
Berth in the AFC Championship game. Off we go.
We live in a day and age where everything is instant. You know, we get the news right away.
And no running back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 24.
But again, so it's Pop
So now here come the Patriots to take over on
he just has to know
and
that
will be let out by their second-year quarterback.
That's negative. It's going to be magnified. He has to be aware of life.
He's going to get a bigger test here in
It's
round
the
2.
life
But his
that
unit is in
shows you
rhythm,
he
and
didn't
they're playing
choose his
as well
life.
as they
We
have
don't
all
choose
year
our
long.
parents.
I wouldn't be
His
surprised if
pops
this
is one of the
defense
greatest
started to get
athletes
after him early
in the
and roll
history
extra
of
pressure.
being an
If he
athlete of
can
any
handle
sport.
that, he can have another
And
big
so,
game, though.
this is the life we were born into. And he's been living this life alone. He just has to be aware of it. I'm sure he is. Like,
and it's intercepted on the first play of the game. It's Brian Branch with it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the defensive scheme has already changed because the defensive side just handed the offense a short field.
You got to be smart.
Played a big
You
early
got to
advantage.
protect yourself.
And even though it's only the
There's other
first half
people
of the
out
game,
there
we're
that
going to
you
look
must
back on this
protect.
one and see if it has lasting effects as this
Yeah,
game
that
moves
was my
on.
mind. Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, bro, but yeah, it's a lesson for like, all right, every choice I got to be conscious of as a quarterback, as a leader, as prime son, already being in this spotlight. I need to be extra conscious of the choices that I'm making. And I feel like he'll learn from this, and I feel like he should have the opportunity. If he's really the dude that's leading the pack as a quarterback, I don't feel like he should rip this opportunity away from him just for punching it. And just nah. Just make better decisions.
First and
Like,
10, here's Pacheco.
The officer, like,
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
I'm going from one freeway to another freeway. And It ain't
First
traffic,
carry
but I'm
for the
going
former
by 40
Oklahoma
miles an
Sooner,
hour.
Joe Mixon. And he will
This is
take it
enough
all
volume. You
in
can't
for
really
a
go.
Chiefs touchdown.
So I'm coming down,
Joe
and I see,
Mixon,
buddy,
a 12-yard
you just sit
touchdown
there waiting on
run.
somebody.
And the
But
Chiefs
it was
are
a
on the
rusher.
board first
When
here
he
in this
pulls me,
division
and
round
as soon as I
matchup.
pass me, he's right
Things
behind
could
me.
just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the
I
playoffs?
said, huh?
Vitally important. And
And
they've
so
done
then I
that in this
roll
one.
the passenger side window down. I
Extra
said, I
point
just
by
see 50
Butker
cars
is on
pass by
target.
right now. All those
And that
windows
makes the
tinted.
score
There's
7-0.
cars in front of me that pass by you.
They had the
They
short
windows
field and they
tinted.
made quick
Why
work
you
of
ain't
it.
running more?
Just 2
Why
plays to
you
get into the
messing
end
with me?
zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
So he gave me the window tint ticket. He gave me no front license plate.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. New England's offense set to go. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? We're on the road again. I mean,
Shut the fuck up. Everybody out here got
now,
tinted windows.
and they can't change it.
And my
The
windows
season
ain't even dark like
dictated
that.
what would
They
happen with
tinted,
them,
but
right?
they
They
not
had to go
dark
on
like
the road
that.
for the first round of the
I
playoffs.
know.
They're
Take
on the
the
road
tin off.
again, and sometimes
Take
teams
it to
are
the
really
police
comfortable
station.
with that.
Put
Not
the
only
tin
out
back
here
on.
going on the road
Let's
and shocking the
run.
world, but just, hey, it's just us.
Yes.
We don't have to
It's
worry
a
about
big
outside
ticket.
distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And
So that
while it
means
may
it's
be
not correct.
overplayed,
Yeah.
you know, in the media,
That
it's
pisses me
real
off.
when it comes time to
So
play
some of these
ball.
officers, bro,
Just to get that quota, man.
trying to get that quota, bro. Yeah, I'm mad about it. I know it's not
To throw
the
now on
ticket.
first
I was gonna
down.
go. Shit, I was gonna be in
Slot man,
social
he's got
media or
it.
something. I couldn't even be in.
He'll
I'm
be
sure I was
taken
gonna sit
down,
and
but
be. I
not before
promise.
he gets into enemy
I promise, like, bro.
territory. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a
everything,
first quarter grab here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break it.
See, I don't even know what this shit means.
2 yards to go, second down.
Join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nike app doesn't happen without
Here's a
you.
play fake as they
Please
set
subscribe.
up to throw.
That's a sack, dude. Come on,
And
now.
as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to look down him before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That one good for 13 on New England first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game, loosening things up.
They basically let Lamar Jackson put himself on the market. Nobody offered him a deal, and at the time, the Falcons had nothing.
They got play action here on first down.
Go after Lamar.
And it's knocked
Come find out
away
the
and
NFL.
incomplete.
Basically, we ain't
How
gonna
about
get
the
no.
challenge
We
we're
gonna try
seeing
to
here in
keep
this game early? Man
Coach
coverage
Daniel
against some free
benefit
receivers.
everybody.
That time,
What
the
are you?
defense
I
won.
know you're not
Second and
surprised.
10,
but
a
man, what's
very
your
chilly
thoughts on
day
the
here,
arbitrator
but no
basically
snow.
saying,
And
yeah,
I
they
gotta
go.
say, if it's gonna be this cold, I want snow. Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well.
How can we give the players more
We'll
money?
step
They
aside
never
and
do.
get an update
Like,
when
all
we
the
return to
CBAs,
Arrowhead.
all them, like, the owners, they never even try to go 50-50. They want 54, they want 55. Like, they are not interested in the players' pockets for real at all. They trying to get the bang for their buck as cheap as they can get you. So it don't really surprise me, but it's like, damn, like, they can just get away with this shit. Like, what's the quality of these investigations? Like, who was the motherfucker that came out and gave the report that they did?
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10.
Just not hearing about this.
Call it a full
Like,
3 yards
somebody
in the
in
wrong
NFL somewhere.
direction there. Brings up
Nobody
second
in the
down.
NFLPA
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met
I
force
was a
with
player
force
rep for many,
and caused a stack up
years.
behind the line of scrimmage and
I'm
threw it
just
for a
curious
loss.
as to
Pacheco gets it again on second
Nobody said
down.
a word. And there's a
Almost gets
answer
this
to
to
the
the
why.
30,
I don't
taken
know
down
it.
about a yard shy.
Only the people in the know.
Give him
Nobody.
13 yards there on a Kansas City
It's
first
crazy.
down.
Oh,
They got
everybody
three
wants to
tight
win.
ends
You
in
know,
on that set, and they were really good blocking for the running backs.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Needs and deserves a guaranteed contract.
Down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Because when you retire, you don't feel shit for about, at least me, I didn't feel nothing for probably 5-6 years after I retired. I'm like, shit, I can still play.
Again, it's Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
My back hurt.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can
like, I don't like you. I didn't have any major
they've done that
surgeries.
here in the first quarter.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
How many concussions you done had? At least 100? I done had probably 100.
Yeah, them smaller ones, yeah.
Yeah. Your back.
Now
And
Mahomes.
yeah, it's unfortunate. They might have
That's
to figure that out,
complete to
bro.
Justin Jefferson.
I can't fathom for 3 years
Down
that
the
they kept something
sideline he
like that.
goes. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. And Jake's playing there for KC. 53 yards.
I think it's about time I took my eyes off the secondary, the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely. And when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw.
I believe, was it this past weekend? I believe it was. So Cam Jordan was, he did a little interview and they
After the
asked
big
him,
play,
like,
a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
what do you wish you could change? And I actually agree with him, bro. I really do. And so Cam Jordan was, he did a little interview and they asked him, like, what do you wish you could change? And I actually agree with him, bro. I really do. And I wouldn't have got to celebrate. I talk shit.
Down to about the 1.
But, like, guys get
They're
fined
holding them out on first down, and this
excessive
is going to be a battle
celebration.
down here on the goal line.
We
Can they hold
play
their
a
ground
child's
for 2,
game.
maybe even 3
Let
more
us have fun.
plays?
Now, if
Second
it
and
gets
goal
to
from
the
the
violent
1.
celebrations, I don't agree with that because you don't want the kids doing that. But, bro, let us have fun. Even. Like, I should be able to make a big
But he
play.
will not get to the
In
goal
your
line. In
face.
fact, he won't get to the line of
Shut your
scrimmage
fucking
as they
cake,
push him
I
back to
should
the
be able to
2.
say that.
That
If I
backs
do
him
that
up
in
1
your
yard
face,
and brings
15
up
yard
3rd
unsportsmanlike
down.
penalty. If I say that to you and you can't control yourself without hitting me, that's on you. That's the problem. Yeah. And so, I agree with him.
We'll take this one in.
Let
It's a
us
Chiefs touchdown.
have fun. Let us celebrate. Let us talk shit to each other.
And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just 1 play after they got
It's a
stopped
15-yard
short.
penalty.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher.
Bro, you get an
That's
unsportsmanlike, they
you've got
fine
to
you
be able to run
25
block to
grand.
stay on this team, and they
When
committed
I
to
was
it
playing,
and
you know,
got it done
sportsmanlike,
right
it
there.
was just a penalty.
Butker now had the extra
You
point.
get fined like 25K. So guys ain't gonna do it. So
And
would
it's
you
good.
like to see that
And
right back
jumped
into
out
the
here to
game?
a quick 14-0
Hell yeah,
first
like this.
quarter
When
lead.
Barry Sanders just talked about some
So
silly.
8-play drive covering 8
Well, I gotta think about
yards.
that.
And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run.
For people to think the celebrations are excessive, they don't appreciate how hard it is to
And he'll
play the
just take
game,
a
how
seat
hard
and
it
the drive
is
will
to
begin at the
score, to make a
25-yard
big
line.
play, and like how on edge you gotta be just to play
England trying
football.
to
Like,
get
you
a
gotta
place
be
on
wired.
offense.
You gotta have a
And
school
job
to go
one
out
here,
there and
Charles,
just
to
be
keep
getting in
possession of the
collisions
football. 2 drives, 2
every single
turnovers
week.
to
And
this
you
point.
want just
You're exactly
adrenaline.
right,
You want us to
Doctor.
go
If a
hard
credit
and be
goes,
out there
first do no
and we
harm.
want
And
to
right now,
entertain
they're
you.
harming themselves
But
on
it's like
offense.
you don't
I like that.
appreciate
No one
what
is
you're
mistaking
even
me for
getting
Dr.
entertained
Bell.
by.
Thank
You
you,
think the
Dr. Bell.
celebration is excessive. That's the
Throw left
discretion.
sideline
Passion,
falls
like,
incomplete. So
these
he's
players
3 for
maybe
7
they
throwing the
maybe
football
they
right now. Not an
generations.
awful
They,
start, but also not the
our
sharpest of
team, our
starts.
city on the
I
map,
would
like
agree
it's
with
so
that,
much
but if you're a
that
confident
is going
quarterback
into
and you
us
play
making
that
good
position
plays.
you have
You see
today,
us
you just act
celebrating
like there's something
what
wrong
we
with the
doing
wind currents or
so much
something wrong
time
with
is
the ball.
past
It is
excessive.
not
I think
you.
that's crazy. I wish like
Look
the
at
violence,
this.
the
Middle
violence
of
out
the
of it.
field.
Yeah.
Breakaway.
As long as you can get
Big
the
play
violent
there for
celebrations
New
out
England.
and or
55 yards.
And the
the
offense is saying to
confrontation,
itself
if I
right
get
now,
in your
oh, they
face
were all
and
this
you
easy
know
because he
that's not
was
going to be a
wide
penalty, you're
open.
not going to
And once he
retaliate.
made the catch,
Because you know,
plenty
okay,
of room to
there's
work
no
his way
time penalties.
downfield.
I
I just feel like let us play the game, let us have fun.
One that they want to fix immediately.
Chad, you
So
know,
the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Give him all his fine money back.
Now
He
a
was fine
first
so
down
much.
carry for Harris.
Just a regular celebration.
Sharp
Now
move,
it's
but can't
okay.
find
So
much space. Dropped just
I'm
inside the
Jordan
20.
on that.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw here.
Oh, you dropped it, Nick.
It's incomplete.
And that very nearly a second interception of this first quarter. He's been really loose with the football, and that's going to need to change as this game moves along.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Blankenship's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive.
These jobs not exactly legal.
Not exactly.
Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
That was a tough run because they only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
I know how to adapt. I've been in it so long. I know how to switch it up.
4 yards on the pickup there as they'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
I just want Stupid Dre to holler at me, man. I don't want that didn't have nothing to do with none of that.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England's offense set to go. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. A gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
You said that. It's like everybody started giving you your stuff. Everybody started talking about, Warren G contributed to hip-hop.
Short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Let it get erased.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
In motion comes the tight end left. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Everybody that was in hip-hop.
A run by Pacheco on second down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 43. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Mahomes now on first down. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back and forth, so,
they fake the give. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. A wild throw there, and it was intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this front.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Well, now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
All the energy that we had and what we wanted to do.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
So that's what we did in Chronic, and we collaborated. Made that a classic.
We celebrate 30 years of the regulator. How does that feel?
It feels good,
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
There's the ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Every generation insurance over there. I'm down with that.
He lost two there, and it's third down.
Did he ever teach you anything about producing that you turned into your own style? Did you always feel like you had a real distinct sound from it?
Use a lot of musicians. I used to just sit there and watch it, and he actually taught me how to splice tape.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Looking to throw. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Playing as a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. When you talk about being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive line.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really create a great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots ready to get the football back. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they got it first and 10. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
His tight ends still, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I started hanging with
back to throw.
That's why I say.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now, think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams. When a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
No gain on the play there. Second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Mahomes to throw.
I'll be on there too.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Pat Fryermuth. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
That's when I took it worldwide.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the rout is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now out come the Patriots. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Got to be 4th and short.
That's different. It wasn't like...
They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one.
It was kind of like a rap singing.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get.
And he was just saying some real things with it.
And how did the Def Jam deal come about?
Def Jam started with let me see, that was I had a record. Actually, I was at the studio. Once again, at the studio. It was me, Snoop, Dre, all of us. They was working on I think it was we was in the studio. They was working, and Paul Stewart and John Singleton was there for Snoop to do the first single for the just a soundtrack. So I'm in there just hanging out. This is like later on when I was kind of by myself, but I still would come to the studio and things like that. But so I asked John and Paul Stewart.
The end zone now for a touchback. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Mahomes now on first down. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
It actually went gold. It was everywhere.
Mahomes going to throw.
So, a bunch of
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. To give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be second down.
Talk to you, so I'm thinking like, shit, they don't want to talk to me. They want Mr. Graham.
They go play fake. Mahomes. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So they was asking about the guys.
On first down, Mahomes.
So they was like, okay,
and his throw is going to be incomplete.
And now to calm some insight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, throwing a shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From there, I had to decide, because there was other companies.
7th play of the drive coming here on 3rd and 6.
Against the word got around, so I had to think about.
Looking to throw is Mahomes, rolling to his right.
That's for hip-hop.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 of first down.
This is the lane. I started thinking about
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Everybody.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. And they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
That is wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus the defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
So it was huge.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Credit cards.
They'll drop to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 4. On play action, they'll throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 3.
Just being, in all place to go. This was on Barrett Street out here.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
I just used to walk around the office, walk around the office.
Open man is Atwell, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
How did you break the news he missed the draft?
Harris running straight ahead.
You want me, not you.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think he had signed right with Sony. But we still, I still.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They're going to look to throw.
I think,
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Harris is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
The word that got back to him, and I was...
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
How can you get mad at me?
That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
What a lot of shit. I wasn't going to just follow whatever everybody else was.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Like I always say, I ain't really that deep in on me since I was like...
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that.
I ain't going to say something that's a lie.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
I just keep pushing and doing what I do.
That's down the field and caught by Firemute. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And when I came over here, it was nothing but love. It was nothing but love. Wasn't nobody talking that East Coast,
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No East Coast, West Coast thing. That was crew shit, though.
And again, it's Mahomes.
People can see these people, none of that.
Open man right side is Rice. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Line of scrimmage with 15. It's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
To Mixon on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It wasn't like a gang of just super duper crazy ass shit going on when I was around.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
Like I said, it was a lesson. But wait, away from that shit, not get caught up in that, because it wasn't cool.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Pat Firemute. beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Bunker on for the PAT.
Right, like, growing, you know that your sound helped build that house.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs sitting Pater. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
I could have had some sign and then signed him over there, but yeah, I wish I would have signed him. You know, I wish I would have signed him.
They'll set up to throw.
Elementary school. I mean, that's men.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And when you throw as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who's going to catch it was sitting in the third round.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
We always used to just meet up in the park.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
They swim and they teach you tennis, all kind of shit.
The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Shit, he was dope. Just always dope and funny.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Fucking around, I would be the guy around and I would point at something. As soon as I point at it, soon as I start rapping about it.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. It will be out of bounds, just shy of the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Why are you talking about whatever I pointed at? And that's when I knew he was special.
Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play.
He's special. I'm going to push as hard as I can to try to help him.
Back to throw now on first down. That one caught by Rice. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
That version of him still exists. Shit, he's still the same.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. They're pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
I ain't never taken nothing
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On first down, he'll drop the throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
It's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out. Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they've moved right down the field. And just they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Xander Horvath. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots get a bit closer.
That record, even like the little ghetto boy.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
So, because I had this how little ghetto boy sound, but I had the drums going boom, boom, bang, bang.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And then Drake took it and changed the drums, did it the way he wanted to make it feel.
Well, somebody to return that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start the drive here with Pacheco, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense can go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. For the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I didn't have my business mind together.
That's why I think it is like cool that you are even donating pieces of your history to the hip hop music.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg.
That's what you just told us, you know.
He completes it to Henry. Caught a new gain there on the first down play. They caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after the catch. It may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
You don't stuff like that.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
They asked me if I could come in, come over to the studio. He like your work. So
throwing now is Mahomes.
So I came by, it was record
touchdown.
And
Pat Fryermuth saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs just continue to roll. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this way. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ballgame.
Yeah, we're supposed to be initial, but I'm feeling the pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Express yourself about,
now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Stuff that came later on, kids stuff wasn't none of that stuff. It was stuff before that.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game, one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
I know that I did have input, and I ain't trying to, like I said, I ain't never trying to take nothing away from Dre, because he's
he'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's swung out wide to Harris. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
And they brought our energy in and we put it into him.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
I don't think the nigga do interviews that much.
Regulate your way of saying I don't need
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
No, that was just regular. It was just I just wanted to do, just be different. I wanted to take a
look to throw again.
Something that's not too hard and sounding too gangster.
Man, it's caught inside the 10.
Still telling the story.
Big play there for New England. 42 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need play.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
get
And
into
it
that
was
play.
Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Over at depth camp.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And that's to the 30. It'll be 2nd down. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now Patrick going to change the play.
That was like, I did that for him to build him up.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's a great run, and this is when you got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. A big play there for KC. 53 yards.
Big-time credit work. Play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. All sorts of room to operate in, and they finally tracked him down inside the 5-yard line.
We jump right back in, and he would, Nate was my guy. So a lot left on the musical side, because I do music that some artists don't understand it. I know he
Pacheco
that shit turned into some class.
is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Butker now to add the extra point.
It didn't get out there.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Me and Wiz got a smash. We call man at all. That's a smash. Got a record with Wayne. Called all along. I got records. I got some really,
Now after the
really
touchdown,
dope,
here's Butker on to kick it
that I've
away.
been putting together, man. Some really dope shit.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked up, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
We did a lot of records. It was actually working on the album right around when he passed away. So that you know, we had at least about
Mixing up the middle.
Already.
It's a pickup of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Yeah.
And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 15-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
The ball didn't work very well on that play. The defenders on third and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
By the way, more kids in the crowd down there.
On second down, here's Henry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Oh my God, bro.
Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Pats are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's a national barbecue festival.
Throw out wide is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 8. Back to throw again. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Have functions, everybody having a good time. He'd be cooking on the grill. You know, motherfuckers be drunk.
They'll look to throw here. Setting up the screen, Harris. First down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now the throw here to his running back, and he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7. Now back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Go buy some land. Go buy, get into real estate. Create you a business outside of hip-hop.
He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
So he sent me the video. So I played and I was like, damn.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
That shit sound hard. Yeah, and then one of my
again, it's Henry.
I'm an Xbox head.
And he'll get it out near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Henry running right. And Hart-Running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Another touchdown, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
Hey, yo.
It was a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
Well, Parker, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
But it's just like, you know, I've
Meeting
seen
the
so
tough
many
yards, they run it with a fullback. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive, how about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on fourth down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He sat right next to me. He was even tripping. He got down there.
Second down and a yard.
But I just wanted to go back there and hang out with me and my son. That was it.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 76 yards rushing here from Mixon. He's got a first down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? You just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Flush to his right. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rasheed Rice with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are drawing closer to a date of the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it?
What the fuck is going on? I don't know if somebody may have told him some shit or said some shit, because a lot of motherfuckers will do that just to get up under a person. They'll say, well, he did it or something. I don't know.
No answer for him at all game long.
And I ain't
Receivers have
saying
been
at the same
open constantly,
time,
and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
But
So
that
that
shit just was
drive,
kind of
12
weird.
plays in length, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
That's my guy still. Like I said, that's
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I love that nigga to death. That's my dog. He said, I don't bring shit to work with me. That's
He'll drop to throw.
I don't think he was talking about me.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort.
That's all we ever did was get out and go to the studio together. Go up there. We would have fun. That's it. It wasn't no.
Back to throw.
Just
Throwing there, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
This is my best friend.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Y'all hang out. This is my best friend. And this is my
They'll look
brother.
to throw.
And
that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Let's hang out like we used to. I don't know nobody
Now
else.
it's 2nd and 10.
You are the motherfuckers I grew with in this industry. That's it. Just
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
like being a crew.
He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33.
I miss you. It's okay. No, them niggas know that. Snoop know that shit because I chime in with
They'll set up a throw.
When we don't talk for a while, I chime
And he
in.
lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
It's
quarter.
an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. They'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He wasn't returning my call, so I was like,
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
And then he finally
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
All the situations that he would be going through, because I went through that same exact thing.
They'll drop the throw.
Grandmother, my mother-in-law.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So just understand
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Like you said, just say, I miss you guys, you know what I mean?
They'll look to throw now on first down.
A family.
Here it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Y'all came up together, y'all created a community, and then you look at, man, y'all
He'll look to throw.
just sit around and kick it and just talk.
And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. Now that's going to bring up second down.
And I have said it before, it was a situation where I was in a studio situation, and it was after Dre left.
Again, he'll drop the throw. There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
People's trying to get at me like, they're trying to whoop my ass up in that motherfucker.
Looking to throw.
I got about the mix.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here.
They had a chance to crack my head open. They wouldn't crack it.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball.
And the things that, I'm not going to lie.
Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And it would appear that first round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That'll be caught by Rice. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah. I had to pay for all that.
25 all in.
Yeah. 15 minutes show all that. Jesus. Yeah. Boy, this I'm just saying that's
from the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
So that's why I kind of like.
They're going to look to
myself
throw.
Just away from everything. So I
flushed out right.
A lot of shit on my own.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
That's a really good decision. decision right there outside of the pocket. You got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
I wasn't like just a mega fight machine, but I was down. And just doing stupid shit back then. But I was
now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
That ain't got nothing to do because you grow with anything.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
From what I used to be getting.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they're going to try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Jalen Carter able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
And you saved that job for the East Coast. Wouldn't exist the way it does without you. $100 million Def Jam, man. They use that to invest into the next generation of East Coast artists. That's what I'm saying. You are a pillar in hip-hop. Just to be. Like, I like comic books. I like the Marvel Universe. Like, you like Loki holding a bunch of branches together. Yeah. You know, in this thing called hip-hop. So, man, they got to give it up to you, man. Yeah. The thing would have been cool. What is cool.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.
We got all this catalogs and shit over here. We don't really need this.
Don't you get your master back after?
I got 4 more years. But shit, fuck all that. I need it right. We appreciate you for joining us. No, it's all good. Thank you guys for having me. Love to hear your story. I was getting ready to come in here. I was going to say, we'll get this shit started off right now. Hey, that was classic. I said it. That's nigga crazy. Man, when I say that shit, I was like, this shit is crazy. Like the squad, we'll be glad we're not number 32. So no. It's all good, man. I ain't no rowdy fighting ass motherfucker, but I just be warm, I just be myself. Well, thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. It's Warren G. Much love, you guys. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Shots. Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Let me see a beastie ass kick on the 7.
Yeah, this shit.
This ain't Eric Costin. This ain't Eric Costin. It's Dipset.